Zero vector, a vector having zero magnitude and arbitrary direction, is called zero vector. Or null vector. Zero vector or null vector. A zero vector is denoted by zero arrow. An arrow over a zero is what zero vector. Few examples of zero vector. Examples of zero vector. Number one, the velocity vector of a stationary body or particle is a zero vector or null vector. Therefore, vector V equal zero vector for a stationary body, for a body at rest. Number two, the acceleration vector of a body or object, of a body or of an object moving with uniform velocity, uniform velocity. Uniform velocity means velocity does not change. Is a null vector. The acceleration vector of a body moving with uniform velocity is a null vector. Therefore, vector A equal to 0 for that type of body. Number 3, the displacement vector. The displacement vector of a stationary body is also a null vector or zero vector. Therefore, vector S is equal to zero vector or zero arrow. A zero vector is denoted by 0 and examples of zero vector. Then what are the different properties of null vector or zero vector? That is, we have to know. Properties of zero vector. Number 1, if zero vector is added with vector A, then we get the same vector. Vector A is added with null vector or zero vector, then we shall get the same vector, that is vector A. Then vector A minus zero vector will be vector A. That means if zero vector is subtracted from vector A, then we get the same vector. If 0 is multiplied with a vector, that means 0 into vector A will be 0. A into 0 vector will be 0. vector. That means if a scalar is multiplied with 0 vector, then 0 vector will be obtained.